I call my life prior to losing my vision, my past life, and I call my life, as a person who is blind, my new life, right? Because they two total different lives. My story, it began in South Africa. That's where I'm originally from. I've lived there for what, like 25, 26 years of my life. Within those years, I was a sighted person, right? During my 20s, that's when I lost my sight. I didn't lose my sight, in South Africa. I lost it while in service. So I was contracting for the DoD. It just so happened that unfortunately I got, in a mix up, I lost my sight all at one time out there.
This has been tough on you.
Oh man, it was absolutely horrible. I had to go back to South Africa and essentially just reboot and restart my life all over again.
Talk a little bit about what that experience was like if you're doing that.
Especially if you're thinking about, growing up in a third world country, you think your life is what you see, right? When you see people that don't have opportunities, that are disabled, you think like, oh, there's a blind person standing on a corner of the street begging for money. That's what my life's going to be, right? But the one thing that was absolutely fascinating is that with the help of family and friends, they kind of pulled me out of that. They were like, no, that's not what your life is. That's not what your life is supposed to be. So I set it as my path and my mission to say, okay, now I need to figure out what that purpose is, right? We live in such a visual world that now when you lose your sight, you have to now adapt to a whole new way of doing things, like feeding yourself, dressing, organizing your clothes. And I would say probably for me, it took about maybe 2 years to be able to get to that point where I felt like I was at a normal functioning level that I could now be more independent.